Hello beautiful Pisces, and welcome back to Intuitive Energies and your extended. Now, as you saw, I picked this one. It's called Red Garden. Excuse me. And it has the number 8, which is also our number of hard work. So that was the first thing that got to me. The second card that got to me was the fact that we have another elephant at the top here, who's has a cage, but he's got a bunch of keys. Okay, so he can free himself at any time. And this is, again, the tender embrace of being able to give back to yourself, okay? This is allowing for you to give back to yourself. Right away, I got that. Is that you have the key to free yourself of anything by making sure that your energy and your unit is taken care of. Okay, so I'm going to read what this little book for these oracles has to say. So this is a red garden. I like that. First of all, red and oranges make me think of fire sign, of course. And it's written gratitude, pleasure, and happiness. On this card, we see a woman strolling through a garden full of flowers. And remember, the flower shining through also in red with this beautiful energy starting to flow from it, okay? So very synchronistic here. The sky glows with pink petals. Pink petals. There you go. And the ground has turned a luminescent blue. The woman finds great peace in being one with nature. The flowers have become part of her body, and a parrot feels at home on her shoulders. During her walk down the path of life, she keeps happiness and gratitude in her heart. She notices the simple pleasures of life and is thankful for all nature has given her. Again, the tender embrace coming in, the gratitude, the happiness, okay? Remember to hold that energy. It's going to lift you up much higher than you could ever think. It seems oversimplified, but it really isn't. It is hard sometimes to stay in a state of happiness and gratitude in our lives. There's so many things that happen that can really lower our energy, okay? Next one is keys on trees, believe in yourself, solutions, creativity. On top of a winding, shiny metal tower, there's an elephant captured in a cage. Okay, so the message came in from what I told you this morning. It is important sometimes that you self-isolate, okay, in a moment, so that you can, it's not self-isolation, it's more like taking a break. Okay, taking a much-needed happy break. It's not really a caged place. It's just, right now, I feel like he's up there to take a higher view, to take a moment, a pause. I think that he's actually just probably caged himself in here just so that he can have a moment to himself. And remember what I said this morning. It's in those moments that you are truly going to be inspired and find more keys, more solutions to problems. So that came in as I was reading. I wanted to stop and make sure that came through. Okay, so a vast jungle of giant trees and plants surround him, but the elephant is not distressed. There are keys hanging from the trees. If he picks one, he can open the cage and release himself into the wild. No situation is too complicated to be solved. Look in unexpected places for answers, such as solitude, okay, or a break, or while you're singing, okay. You have the creativity to find a way out. That's exactly, that's that message right there that came through here. Okay, the love, the tenderness, the taking care of yourself. The break that you're taking to find the answers that you need. To get the inspiration and the intuition to actually come in. Because you're not too busy or too concentrated on something that all you're doing is work. I actually watched somebody yesterday or 2 or 3 days ago, didn't really get what was coming in until today, where he puts in between his work hours pauses and break times because he found that he became even more creative by integrating downtime in his work time. if that makes any sense. And for a lot of people, they say, no, put your nose, you know, to the grindstone and get it done and work 12 hours. But he actually worked 90 minutes, would take an hour off. And he found that that helped him a lot, greatly. It actually inspired him. He became even more successful that way. So don't, you know, just think outside the box, Pisces, okay? Or think inside the box in this case, okay? Give yourself time to take a break, okay? Lock yourself in so that you can't work, that you need to take the time you need to create, okay? All right, so I'm going to pull up all of these beautiful tarot cards from this morning. So this is the energy that that you have been working on. More energies that you could be working on and what they wanted you to pay attention to. And now we're going to clarify all of these with the other deck. So I've been using the Oracle of Mystical Moments and the Tarot of Mystical Moments to do this reading tonight. As I said before, if you're not aware, tomorrow I'm doing a blessing healing. The first video, second video is the weekly video for the week. I've started doing a blessing once a month, so, and a healing, because I feel that people really, it's your way to really relate personally to anything that's being said here, okay? It's like Spirit wanting you to have a message of hope and healing in your life. And I really enjoy those. Alright, so you have the World card. And with it, you have the Queen of Pentacles. Yeah. So she is very much the nurture queen. I love this, okay? She is the nurturer of all the queens. Well, beyond the Queen of Cups as well. It's very nurturing. And I feel because the world, it's your energy is starting to ooze out. Your circle is getting complete. I feel that there's a real message of taking care of yourself here, Pisces, okay? Again, to allow growth, you have to nurture yourself. You have to take care of yourself. You have to take moments to be with yourself in a good way. Not trying to always just figure out problems, just to simply be, okay? Take a moment to sing and to be happy. That's important enough right now. That's important enough for you. To do something that makes you happy, okay? A long bubble bath. I know I keep saying that. It's kind of old, but anything, okay? A massage, your favorite takeout meal, okay? Anything. Just do something that brings you a smile, joy, happiness. Take a break. You deserve it, okay? Nurture yourself. Trust me, when you do, it's going to open you up. It's like freeing yourself from the grind, okay, from the weight of the pentacles of the earth sign. And it helps you loosen up, okay, and just shake things up a little bit and shift the energy into a different place. And that place will bring you fresh insight, okay? So that's, again, with the Five of Swords. Releasing that, okay? That sense of conflict and that burdensome stuff that comes in a lot, okay? The Emperor, there you go, comes in again. In this case, I feel that he's got all his chess pieces very close to himself. They're all on a string, so they can't go very far. So I feel that it's saying that laying down these conflicts, sometimes you may feel like you're letting go of something, but you're not really. You're just taking a break from it. Okay, everything is in place. You know where everything is. It's time for you to just kind of take a break on that. Okay, take a break on it. It's not releasing or letting go completely. It's taking a much needed rest in between all the hard work that you're doing. Okay, right. Too much work makes Jane. What is it? What does it say? Makes Jane no fun, or all work no play makes Jane a dull girl. Something like that is what I'm hearing here. So It's not dull as in you're no fun. It's more like dull, not as sharp. Okay? So you need different energies to be even more. There's that Five of Swords again, right? So they want you to transition out of that conflict. There it is, okay? They're making a point to bring it in. They're saying concentration on something for too much will make you not actually see it's going to make things worse. Okay, if you concentrate too hard on something, you actually stop seeing the cracks. Or you try to start ignoring the cracks because you're just trying to move and forge ahead. And taking a break from them, it's like they're saying, if you can't find an answer, leave it alone for a minute and the answer will come. That's that kind of energy I'm feeling. They're saying the break that you have will actually even bring in more choices or different answers. Make you see things more clearly than here, okay? Because she's like just half seeing the picture. You're not giving yourself enough time or letting spirit enough time to come in with an answer because you're always just so concentrated on something else. So that's absolutely. So we've had a lot of double cards so far. Already the Emperor, we already had it as a clarifier. Emperor is asking you to let that energy in. That's exactly it, right? How do you do that? By breaking, by taking a break, by stopping the red garden and smelling the flowers, letting yourself the time to shine. Yeah. So you have the Devil here. And that's the Devil for me is a card of restrictions. Okay? And it's breaking yourself out of cycles. So I feel that the cycle of overwork is the cycle that you need to break yourself out to. It's good to do quality work, but it's also good. Quality work also means taking a break from that too. Okay? A lot of people have the idea that they're not working when they're not working. And that's a misconstrued way of thinking. While I am not here reading cards, I am living my life. I'm interacting with my children. I'm taking a break. I'm watching stuff. And while I'm taking that break, there's a lot of insight that comes through. But I need to take those breaks to recharge, to enjoy myself. And it's not as if I'm not working. I'm always in tune. Always. I walk in tune. But if I was always reading cards and never letting my spirit just kind of free flow around me, pretty soon I think I would be restricting what needs to come in. I may end up hitting walls of not really understanding because I'm not letting any other energies come through. As in energies of putting my eyes up and looking elsewhere, talking to other people, listening to other things, interacting with different energies, instead of always being at this table, looking at these cards, never disturbing anything, okay? So this is what they're saying. Break out of that cycle, because it definitely is a cycle. And while you're thinking to yourself, I'm just working hard to get to where I need to go, you're actually just kind of hurting yourself, okay? So take a break. It's funny because this cage would be like this overwork. And I guess you could see it as that, but you have the key to let yourself out. Or you have the key to lock yourself away from this oppressive work, okay? That's the other part. So remember to assess, remember to think these things through. Remember to let yourself shine. Again, smelling the flowers, right? So the Seven of Pentacles with the Hermit card, it's really asking you to take a moment to realize that all aspects of your life is a balance of all things. It isn't just one thing. It isn't your nose to the grindstone all the time, okay? Like I said, any focus too much on one specific thing will take away from the quality of it. And that's what you want to do. This card is not a bad card. It's a great card. It's saying doing quality work. This card is actually telling you, though, there's more than just this image that means quality work. Quality work is him taking a break, going for lunch, talking to people, going to the store, you know, fixing the wall, watching a movie. It's everything that's part of his life. That's great quality work. Make sure that everything you're doing, everything you're planting is good. Don't be planting, as I said this morning, radishes just because you want a big crop, unless you know somebody who will want them and you can trade for it. See, you get that idea from there. But plant something that somebody will actually want to trade with you. Don't just plant for the sake of planting, okay? Because you're so intent on work that you're doing a lot. It's more quantity than quality. They want you to do quality. That's the big message here. And quality work means balanced work, okay? The Star card, which is going to come out here. Okay, so the Queen of Cups, she did come in reverse. Right. The Two of Swords is telling you to remember that you need time to meditate. You need time for yourself, okay? Again, it's coming in more about Spirit saying, don't be so hell-bent on work that you're thinking that you're going in the right path, but you're actually hurting yourself because you are not taking time to meditate and get in contact with all different parts of you. It's going to cause a delay. It's actually just, you know, it's going to slow you up. It's going to put you in a standstill. You're going to have to deal with different things. So make sure to keep that balance. These are the last three cards, what Spirit wants you to pay attention to. Contemplation needs to come when you take a break. You have to put your head up. You have to look out and ahead. Okay? And in order to do that, you need to take a break, right? You need to go for a walk. 8 of Cups. You need to see all the opportunities and the transformations waiting for you, especially in this card. Okay? You may have luck on your side, but if you're not taking time to walk around to see the beautiful flowers, okay, how are you going to ever know that it's there? If your nose is too stuck on doing this without ever putting your head up to look around, how are you ever going to find all the opportunities that are actually waiting for you? Okay? This is why you see a lot of the entrepreneur, sorry, I'm going to say it in French because I'm going to screw it up in English for some reason. People who have their own businesses, who work really hard, they have playtime too. Okay? Ask all the big guys what they do for fun, what games they play or what they do. They definitely have stuff they do. Because they figured it out, that they're in their downtime, they let other stuff come in and inspiration and new points of view. That's how they keep growing. Okay? So remember that. And then victory will be yours. You will be revered and loved. Such as this card. I'm kidding. If that's not what you want, Pisces, no worries. It's just saying that you will find victory. You will become a role model for others. You know, on how to not overwork yourself, but do quality work instead. Don't put it in quantity. Put it more in quality. Right? And again, you have the Two of Wands coming in again. Okay? The world is your oyster when you let intuition in. What is she doing? She's getting a view from above. She's definitely taking a break. There's no work involved here. She's just kind of pondering, what am I going to do with my time, right? What am I doing here? This will allow you to have clarity, better judgment. You're going to see things in a much more clear light. Okay, your stars will align, your chakras will align, you will feel renewal, optimism. That's also good. Break time brings renewal of energy, and that's good, right? Yeah. Optimal growth and the star came out again. Okay? They both came out. So definitely a big growth spurt will come when you actually take the time to do kind of this. They're telling me it's a recipe on how to do this right, how to get it going, okay? It's a game of change, release, review all the time. You have the Judgment card, and that's what that is for me. It's a game of I take stuff in, I see what fits, I keep what's good, I release what's no longer good. But if you're doing the same thing all the time, you're not really releasing, you're holding on too tightly, you're not letting anything else in. So this was the spirit message, okay, for today, that in this journey you need to find a balance of things. You need to make sure that you're balanced in everything that you do. That the work that you do is fulfilling work, but you also give yourself break to balance out with everything else. So that you can give yourself a tender moment, a time to smell the flowers, a time of hermit where you have the key to let yourself out, but you choose to take a break and go inward, okay? Thank you so much, Pisces, fighting Pisces, I think is what I wanted to say. Thank you so much, my fighting Pisces, for being here. And absolutely, live your best life. Do your best thing. I'm going to be here tomorrow to help you with surrendering and healing. And then after that, we're going to do your weekly read. Like I said, March, April are great months for you to accomplish so many things. Thank you so much for being on this journey with me. Leave a like, and I will see you tomorrow. Love, light, and blessings always.